Hi, I'm Christopher Curtis with the Montreal Gazette. We're here in Brossard at the Canadiens training facility. Last night the team won 6-4 against Boston, but all anyone seems to remember is the infamous hand gesture Milan Lucic made towards the crowd. PK Subban didn't comment on that.
Every player's got to be held accountable for their actions. So, I mean, at the end of the day, whatever you do, you're going to be, listen, it doesn't matter if I see it because there's 50 TV cameras in the arena that are going to catch it. So, at the end of the day, whatever you do out there, you just have to be conscious of it. And whatever you do is going to be a reflection of yourself and your organizations.
The Canadiens are 4-1. They scored 6 goals against Boston, and yet in their last 2 games have allowed 11 goals. Tom Gilbert spoke about what the team needs to improve on defense.
Arizona, when we start getting too fancy, we start not moving that puck up north. That's where we cause the most problems. And I think if we can limit, the amount of turnovers and get a better transition game from our D zone out to the neutral zone, I think that's where we create our most offense and limit the amount of defensive plays we do.
For other defensive woes, there are some bright spots in Montreal. Jared Tenorti looked a little bit tentative in training camp, but he's improving dramatically throughout the season.
Preseason's tough. I think, it can go either way. I mean, it's not, both teams in preseasons aren't playing with their whole rosters, and so I think the game tends to be a little bit more sloppy in general. But, I think, there's so many games and so little days, it's kind of tough sometimes to take a step back and kind of break down your own game and look at things. So, I think, after preseason, making the team was a little bit of a confidence boost, but then I kind of had a little bit more time to kind of evaluate my game and focus on what I need to improve on and things like that.
Speaking about the team's struggles on defense, Coach Michel Therrien said that even defensive teams like Boston and the New York Rangers are struggling these days. We're only 5 games into the season.
There's a lot of things we need to work on, and that's normal. You look at teams like Boston that always been recognized to play really solid defensive hockey. The New York Rangers, the same thing. So it's really early in the season, and the team doesn't have much time to practice and to work their system, and we're not different than those great defensive hockey team. And more the season is going to go on, and more we're going to be able to have more structure defensively, and I'm not worried about that. One thing that I like, though, I like our aggressiveness offensively. I think we're using our speed, we're going hard to the net, and we're getting reward right now. But we all understand we have to be better defensively, and this is not only about the defensemen. I think it's a 5-unit out there, and but honestly, I know we're going to get better.